Hey everyone, mid-year reviews are right around the corner, so I thought I'd get on here real quick and share 4 strategies for a better mid-year review. Strategy number 1, prepare ahead of time. So let's get into it. You already have a little bit of preparation time already baked into this whole entire process. Typically what we see happen is that you do your review, they do their review, you review their review, then you sit down and talk about the review. So essentially you have some time at the beginning of that to actually prepare. And I want you to do that by taking a look at your impact. Yes, you can put down what you did, how you achieved it, things like that. But I want you to take that and elevate it a little bit further. So here's an example. If you saved $10,000 by choosing a vendor who came in lower for a particular project, let's say then that $10,000 is great to report that you saved that. But then what happens to that? What's the impact of that besides the cost savings? How did that vendor perform? What did it do for your project? How did it actually accelerate other things to happen because you now have freed up money to make it happen? All right, so push past that, push past the results to the impact. Give specific examples like I just did, right? Give the time, the place, the how, the who. Get really, really defined with the way that you talk about your achievements. You also want to take this time to note challenges. If something's getting in your way, this is the time to talk about it so that you can also discuss and align on how to remove those challenges. And then lastly, you're going to also proactively identify some opportunities that you have in the next 6 months that are coming. Set yourself up for success. That is key. This is your point for you to define what the rest of your year is going to look like. Strategy number 2, own the feedback loop. So the feedback loop, this is about feedback and feed forward. You want to take the time before you even get into this conversation to get the feedback from your stakeholders and peers. Pretty much anybody who has interacted with you that has had a really good experience or has given you feedback that you have taken and applied. So this feedback is coming from all different types of directions, not just from your leader as you're having that conversation. When you're having that conversation, you want to ensure you're listening actively so you can do things like asking clarifying questions and repeating the things that you have heard, literally like a parrot, so that they know that you know what they are saying, right? That alignment is really important. So own that feedback loop. Come in ready with it. Ask good questions. Get their insights. This is a growing opportunity for you. That's what the mid-year review is all about. Strategy number 3, set clear expectations. So this is the second half of that mid-year conversation. You're doing 4 things here. You're aligning on key takeaways. You're focusing on the future by actually discussing it. So you literally want to implant the conversation of, so given what I have accomplished so far, how do you see me moving forward for the next 6 months, right? So just put that inside of it. You also have the opportunity to adjust those KPIs, those key performance indicators if needed, whether they're KPIs, goals, whatever they are. This is the time to make some adjustments. If things are getting in your way, if there are barriers or blockers, if there's a threat to it being achievable or even attainable, this is the time to actually negotiate ways to ensure that you're successful. So take the time to do that as well. And lastly, you're going to include some development updates based on your needs. What have you done so far? What would you like to do? So this is also the time to negotiate around your development as well. so that you're ensuring you're being supported and you're developing the skills or gaining the knowledge or the experience or getting the exposure you need in order to excel for the rest of the year. Strategy number 4, be present. So the last strategy is all about being present. So you're doing these 3 things all throughout the conversation. You're absorbing feedback, you're committing to follow up, and then you're soliciting activities for further development through either education, experiences, or even exposure. So let me give you an example of this. Say you are leading a project and that project is not going so well and you're asking for some extra and additional support. Instead of actually getting some additional support that's going to help with executing pieces of it, perhaps maybe the project management skills themselves in you need to be further developed. So asking to connect with somebody who can actually mentor you through the experience allows you to do a couple of different things. One, you're building a skill from somebody who has that skill already, so you're learning on the job during application. 2, you're being exposed to somebody who may have some stock inside of the organization that can expose you to other things and other ideals and other avenues to get things done and drive success, right? And then 3, again, you're skill building in a way that is not only for your development, but for the success of the actual project or goal. So you want to think strategically about the way that you do this and make sure that it's all tying together so it's moving you towards success. Okay, that's it. Those are the 4 strategies for a better mid-year review. You want to prepare ahead of time, own the feedback loop, set clear expectations, and be present. Okay, so are we ready to have better mid-year review conversations now? We can help you with that. Book a mid-year preparation session with us today at leaderkeysunlocked.com. Oh, before I go, we're running a sale right now, so this mid-year review preparation session is actually 25% off. Go get it.